Hi, Deb.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning. Thank you so much for joining and being here today. Deb has a lot of really great stuff happening in her life. She joined Empowered, I don't know, a couple of months ago. And I'm going to let Deb tell the story. But the overarching story is she was suffering. She was really suffering. A lot of people who joined Empowered were in relationships that broke up, and they want something better. So, Deb, share with us, share with everyone, like what was happening before you joined Empowered. I think it's really important to look at that. What was going on for you?
Okay, I had done Meet to Marry with you almost 2 years ago, right? And finished that and entered a relationship that was kind of a whirlwind. And at the time, I thought this was my soulmate. It was a very quick dating, and I moved across country and to start my last chapter with this person that I really thought was my guy. And after getting there, I realized I didn't do the work to really vet and validate everything that I needed to do before I went. And so there were a lot of surprises. That said, I didn't navigate them well because I still didn't feel super whole going into that. And I think that's why I was attracted to that person. There was a lot of love bombing, a lot of travel, a lot of just fantasy to it. And when I got there and it was real life, I wobbled and just couldn't navigate. And he was not really able to come through and give what I needed. He didn't hear me, see me. Just, it wasn't a committed, conscious relationship. It was, I think, more fantasy for both of us. And it was very painful to realize I'd made that mistake. So I returned back to the Midwest in October, late October, November. And I felt just, I guess the word is just shattered. I don't know any other word.
Yeah.
And then the opportunity to do Empowered came up, and I took that because I couldn't put it together. And this has been just really a moving program because it really made me realize there was still work I needed to do.
Right.
And I'm so grateful for that because it's just been eye-opening. Like the past limiting beliefs I thought I had taken care of were still just, they are rampant every day. And they're there for career, for love selection, for, so many pieces. And so I feel like I've made great progress the last 2 months, and it's been very difficult time. But this thing about the universe mirroring what we are is very true, because I see now, looking back at my relationship with Doug, the man in California, I attracted that. And so as I kind of got healthier moving through Empowered, I actually just met someone a couple of weeks ago through a friend, and it just was, I wasn't really looking. I haven't done my profile yet. I just showed up with a group of people and met this wonderful human being. And he's just generous and kind, and his friends love him. And, he's very warm. And I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of possibility there. I'm not going to hang my hat on everything there, but I just feel so encouraged. And it showed up at a time when I was more ready. And, if I had shown up to that event shattered like I'd been, or in my, sadness, it wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have. But there was just a different energy that happened when we met. And I'm grateful for that. So.
Oh, that is so wonderful. Right. There was a lot of suffering. That cohort that joined Empowered, it was just a few months ago. Oh, broken hearts. And oh, what did I do wrong? And can I even be in a relationship? Right. These are the core wounds. And we believe it. Right. Deb felt so broken. Like, it's me. I can't be in a these old ways. Right. But we did the work, and I want to
Absolutely.
acknowledge you. Yeah, Deb, I really want to acknowledge you.
I appreciate you for thinking with me because I know I've really fought it. And those things are so ingrained, how we see ourselves, that brokenness. And there are still moments like that, but I feel like I have things to hang on to where I know the real truth, and I know how to process now those thoughts and come back to a conscious, healthy thought. I know how to stop and change it and then open my eyes to what is my reality that I want my life to be. And I'm so grateful.
And so I see you all as in who you really, really are, not the fighting, not the child, not the brokenness that you guys can't even see. You can't even see until you're on the other side. So I really want to acknowledge you, Deb, the other Deb too, Deb Leibowitz. Quite a few of you were really struggling. So on the other side, we have to be willing. And this didn't happen with the same tools that we used in Clear Path, right? We need now next level tools on top of what we learn to get to this mastery. So what's very sweet with Deb, I want to share one of the things that he said. He's like, he could see her. He could see her. He could see, said, I can see you've been hurt. I know you've been hurt, but I see who you really are. And this is a man who is, I'm excited. I know what I can see from doing this for so many years. When someone shows up like that, who is successful, he's a successful entrepreneur, winding down. He's handsome, he's kind, and tell them, and he said, I see you and I want to get to know you. And he shows up so generously with her. He went to our house, brought all the stuff for dinner. And tell them about Wednesday. What's happening Wednesday? Oh, you're muted. Yeah. Oh, you're still muted.
So out of the blue, he's taking a trip to Hawaii to do business, and he offered if I would like to go. And it's so nice. He's like, there's not a lot of expectation. He's like, I'll get an extra hotel room for you, or I'll get a condo with 2 bedrooms, and there's no pressure in any way. He's like, I just want to know you. I want to show you the island. I want to go on this adventure with you, because he's been there several times, and just so generous, just in every way. He set up the tickets. He called and asked me, would you prefer to be on the beach, or do you want to be at a hotel with a pool near shops? Like, what do you want to do while I'm working? Just very interested in what it is that is important to me. And that's kind of new and different.
That's right. And like Deb said, what we also do in Empowered, which I'm going to share in a few minutes, is how to vet a relationship, how to vet it. How do you even know? There are a lot of relationships that people get into that in like 10 minutes of the right questions, we can vet like, no, I'll take a pass. Thank you. We don't have to move across the country to feel like this is my soulmate without really knowing. We don't have to waste time. We don't have to waste years waiting, feeling like I should know this. How could you know this? Deb could not have known this. It felt nice, but it was only like a honeymoon. It was only like vacationing. But love is not real. Love is real life. Best friendship is real life. It's knowing. Sharon Markushimer knew what to do. She didn't just get engaged. She spent a couple of months dreaming, envisioning, talking, spending time, so that by the time they got engaged, she knew. She's like, I always feel comforted. I always feel safe, right? So these are skills that we don't have and we need to learn. I mean, Mike and I right now, we're rescuing like our vision. We're rescuing dogs. And, it's about this morning, it was about cleaning up puppy shit. And he's doing one thing, doing another, taking care of stuff. It's real life. This is our life. And I believe you all deserve to have your life like in the meditation, a real life. Workability. Elizabeth asked about workability. Workability is I see you, I get you, I want this life with you. It's about working as partners. It's about this is your core strength. This is mine. I have more than enough money. I'm happy to take care of you. You don't need to worry about working. I want you to do your passion. I want to do your passion with you. I want to uplift you. And all the signs that Deb is seeing in this man today, that is real. There's no attachment. Oh, I need him. No, he's like, let's get to know each other. I see you. I get you. There's no pressure here. Let's just dream. I see you. And his friends even said to her, he's such a good man. He's such a good man. And you deserve a good man. You deserve that. You deserve that. And that smile, that way of being would not have happened. It wouldn't have happened if she stayed addicted to the childhood, the brokenness, the abandonment. It takes a totally different identity. Is Deb perfect? No, but he loves her for who she is. You know, when I say he loves you, he just met you, but he can see enough that he wants to get to know her. He's like, I see you. And that is bigger than us, everyone. That is called divine providence. And then when you're with him, you will have those conversations. You will get to know each other. You will share your deepest fears, and he will share his, and then how he will show up for you. And what else do we learn in Empowered? We learn how to navigate that relationship, how to make a 30-year plan, how to know from a first conversation to a second, how to see, oh, that's my person. Oh, is it your person who's not showing up for you? Is it your person if you're not getting your needs met? Is it your person that you have to like settle or abdicate with? No. And then you're dating. So it's all of that. I'm going to talk to you about that in a moment, but this just seemed like my heart is so excited. So excited. So what do you want to tell people? I'm going to share now like the steps and what we do, because you all need to know it. You all need to know what is mastery. How do we get there? How do we break a 50-year cycle right on top of? So what do you want to tell people, Deb, about, and Deb's only a couple of months in, right? So it's a year. It takes a year. So now I'm going to hold your hand through that relationship. If she wobbles, what's going to be? Because she's going to have feelings. It's going to feel really uncomfortable to be loved so deeply, to be seen at that level. It's going to feel like scary, right? It's going to feel scary because when we were kids and we didn't get our needs met, like those scary feelings can come up when we're getting goodness, right? So we need a container. We need a container. We have invested in master's degrees or 3 master's degrees or businesses, but we don't know this. We don't know this. Who teaches us this about how to be in a relationship? We find the person, but then what? Like, really? So, Deb, what do you want to tell people about the willingness to invest money, time, energy in thinking differently? What do you want to tell them about that from your experience?
Okay. I guess what I need to make clear is when I came back, like my world was shattered. Like I've changed careers. I mean, I still am in limbo in a lot of ways.
You won't
but I
be
think
now.
it took this like pulling the rug out from under me to really shake up my mindset and what I am inside. It made me go to my core. And so this program guided me to that. And I think looking at more like universal laws and meditating and getting in a headspace and in a spirit space where I can receive the new information made a big difference, you know, and for me to be able to trust the universe, because I'm a very hard worker, perfectionist, just work harder. And that's not really what this is about. And that's been a huge change for me to have to understand the universe is going to put things in place. And I just need to be within the structure of what's happening, not have to move heaven and earth myself, because things will manifest when you're doing what you need to do. And then I guess secondly, like what you're saying, I feel confident being in the program that it's going to help me navigate a healthy relationship, because I realized even last night on a date with the same man, with Mark, you know, I'm thinking this is so easy, but I'm used to all the chaos and like, I'm like, healthy. Is it going to feel boring? Is it going to feel easy? Is it going to feel warm? You know, and just giving that space to unfold instead of making judgments, or I just want to be present and not be fearful and just keep moving through in love. And I think addressing the old limiting beliefs I had that I had to go back and revisit even after the first program, I realized that is what's blocking me. And I've just got to keep that clear and be aware when those come back up. And so this program's helping me recognize that to clear them.
Exactly. Right. Right. Beautiful. Deb, thank you so much for sharing.